Tell me truthfully, Lyris. How much of this blood is mine?
Not enough to be worried about.
You did it. I shouldn't be surprised. But things were looking rather bleak before the clouds parted. We held the gate as long as we could. The Harrow Fiends were a flood of claws and teeth. Once they burst through, Lyris cleaved through them like a scythe through wheat. But even she couldn't stem the tide. I'm not really sure. I kind of went wild. Let out my inner beast, as it were. I was rending and slashing. Then Lyris whacked me with the flat of her blade. At least that's the last thing I remember. Not my finest hour, but we survived. The elixir is my next priority, of course. As long as the Harrow Storms are still a threat, we need a defense against them. After that, I want to examine the records we took from Greymoor Keep. I still think there's a cure for the Herod in there.
So, is it over? What happened to Svargrim? And where's Svanna? A parent's betrayal cuts deeper than a sword. But Svanna's strong. Stronger than she's been given credit for. And Solitude's going to need that strength in the coming days. If you told me the tavern rat we met at the Lonely Troll would become my choice to lead this land, I'd have called you mad. Then again, my king's a skald, so what do I know? Come on, there's probably something productive we should be doing. Find out if everyone in the Hall of the Dead is all right. I'll make sure Castle Dower is secured.
We seem to have survived, thank the gods. I thought for certain we were all about to witness the end of the world. No thanks to Svargrim, damn his eyes. After you and the princess went off to Blackreach, I gathered whoever we could, and made our stand here in the Hall of the Dead. I'm just glad we don't have to be permanent residents. Far fewer than I feared when the storm began. Thanks to you and the princess. With the storm over and the Grey Host driven from Castle Dower, my soldiers will get the city back into shape. As long as no one else attacks us in the meantime. When I first pledged myself to the Blue Palace, I never thought I'd have to defend my city from its own king.
I regret we didn't throw a parade to welcome you back. But I'll cheer enough for 100 souls if you tell me you put that backbiter of a High King to the sword. But what of Svanna? Is she? That's good. But a daughter shouldn't have to kill her own father. Svanna has my support, for whatever that's worth. She's going to need all the help she can get in the days to come. Not until we hold a moot to support her claim, and we need more than a single Jarl for that to occur. If Svanna proves herself as the acting Jarl, they might look past her father's failings and make her the queen, eventually.
They're here! They're at the gates!
The Grey Host? I thought we were done with them for now.
Not the Grey Host! The Skald King with an army from the east!
What treachery is this?
To the gates. We'll give the Skald King a proper welcome, one way or another.
Enjoys the attention. And again.
Stand down, you
Pleased to
idiots!
see you
We
in
come in peace.
solitude,
Partner,
stranger.
could really use your knack for diplomacy right now. Speak to the Skald King before we start a war.
Sure save me from fools and prophets. Will no one properly greet a weary... You don't look like one of these Western milk drinkers. Tell them we're not a damn invasion, we're here to help. Maybe you can tell me what's going on. So the rumors are true? Svargrim joined the Grey Host? I knew he had ambitions, but to throw away his humanity like that, it's inconceivable. Svargrim once told me that he would die before welcoming me to solitude. I suppose he was right. That's why I sent Lyris here in the first place. I'm not the king of these holds, though. I can't do anything if they refuse my help. Svargrim despised me. He would never accept my aid. But Svanna... here she comes now. Let's see what she has to say.
We have no need of help that involves welcoming your soldiers within our walls.
My walls, Jarl. My father may have been willing to slap aside the helping hand, but I'm not. Permit me a word with your envoy, Skald King. Thank you for holding the line, I mean. I'm ready to do what I should have done a long time ago. To do what my father never could. I'll speak with the Skald King. There's one more thing I'd like you to do while I entertain our guests. We saved Solitude, but our war with the Grey Host is far from over. We need Fenn's elixir more than ever. With that, and King Yoren's help, we might just push these monsters back into their grave for good. Check on Fenn's progress, please. That depends on Fenn. If there's anything standing in his way, let me know, and I'll do everything in my power to get him what he needs. Fenn is with old Mjolnir.
Ingenious. A rare thing to find an elf with the makings of a clever woman.
Despite what my kin might proclaim, it's not all in the blood. Ah, good, you're here. We've made a breakthrough. I was just discussing a theory with Mjolnir, and it seems like we're very close to turning this elixir into a true restorative. A cure. Singolis's research on the Netherroot showed me just how it weakens the connection between a body and its soul. Thus far, I've been able to inure a person to the root, but now I'm certain I can use that knowledge to heal those weakened bonds. Well, it is just a theory at this point. There's a lot more testing and experimentation to be done before we can produce a viable antidote. Weeks, optimistically? I know. We can't simply put things on hold. Mjolnir and I have a batch brewing right now, and materials to keep producing for another day. Ingert's promised us a steady supply of Arcase oil, but that's not our limiting factor. We know enough about Singolis's refinement processes to replicate his methods, but we still need a source of Netherroot to do so. Tell Svanna that if she can keep us supplied, we can produce enough elixir for all the holds in a matter of weeks.
I was hoping you'd return before we began. Tell me you've got good news. I'll feel a lot better delivering a speech about healing and hope, knowing that we're on the road to recovery. What did Fenn have to say about the elixir? Not the best news, but I'll take it. So long as we have enough to protect our soldiers, we have a fighting chance against the Grey Host. I'll go to the Undergrove myself, if that's what it takes. Now that would be cause for celebration. If he can really bring back even a fraction of those we lost to the Herostorms, I'm willing to try. That's all I needed to hear. We should begin the ceremony before the crowd grows more restless. Nothing fancy, just a traditional Nord wake. To mourn and celebrate those we've lost, and cherish the lives we still have. I'd like you to join us. None of us would be here to sing dirges for the dead or celebrate the living if not for you. I certainly wouldn't be here, ready to lead my hold. You've supported me since I started down this path. I'm honored to have you here at the end. Sons and daughters of Skyrim, we have the honor today of remembering the dead.
Honor to the fallen!
Sons and daughters of Skyrim, our trials were fierce, but we are still here.
We stand and we remain!
Now, we raise our voices to tell Sovngarde of the coming of the worthy dead, and to tell the world that the Nords are still here! We are still standing!
The fallen now march home to hallowed halls, to join our ancestors in boundless drink and song and brawls. Let sound the horns, let peal the bells, let loose the ancient hymn. We will remain until time ends, we children of Skyrim.
Those tremors and shakes, I heard it was a vampire ritual of some sort in the northern caverns.
That's it. As soon as I can get out of this contract, I'm leaving this place.
You again? What, you fancy me or something? Realize dead? Ismir's gods, he was a good worker, even if he was a lizard. I thought he'd catch a break prospecting, pay off some bad debts of his. Poor luck for him. I'll take the lizard samples and pay you for your trouble. Good enough. You can figure the Rila didn't die for nothing. This batch of samples looks promising. Here's your money. Hopefully you don't find any more of my miners. Walk off, pal. No time for...
Lord, Mother, and Wizard! What if... You don't look like you're keen to slit my throat, which is a vast improvement from my recent company. Keep your guard up. Something strange is going on around here. And of course my fool brother Raynor just jumped headlong into the middle of it. Raynor and I got hired by the local mining consortium to investigate this dwarven vault, Nachuthankarst. Raynor jumped on it. Said something about this place unlocking secrets about dwarven tonal architecture. But it's more trouble than it's worth. Everything here is off. Tremors, strange creatures, crazed people, and things that shouldn't even be down here. I told Raynor we needed to turn back, but he ran inside while I was fighting off the worst of them. Think you could go and check on him? Thanks. There's no telling what's in there, and knowing Raynor, he'll wander into the wrong end of a blade while he's busy taking notes. I'll meet you inside as soon as I make sure nothing else out here is going to sneak up on him.
trying to murder me. Lovely. Did you happen to see my sister Kirith on your way in? I ran ahead while she bravely felled our assailants. She's much better equipped for that sort of thing, you see. She worries this vault is too big a risk, but I simply cannot ignore the possibilities of discovery here. Besides, we can handle looters. I will admit, there are some additional oddities at play, but what Dwemer Ruin doesn't have its challenges? Besides the looters, there are a number of strange adversaries up ahead. Most of them seem rather lost and confused, but nonetheless confrontational. If you could clear a safe path for us, Kirith will stop fretting, and I can do what I do best.
There you are. The coast is clear outside.
What was that? Another earthquake?
Raina, stay close.
Oh my, what is that incredible machine?
Wait, do you hear that? Someone's up there.
You? Of course it's you. Well, it simply couldn't have been anyone else, could it? That depends. What year is it? No, wait, don't say it. There's already enough temporal instability going on in this place. My name is Thaddeus Cosma, and I am a member of... You know what? That's not important right now. This device, however, is too complicated to explain. See that scroll on the ledge there? It's a list of components I need you